My guy, if you're saying yes to your wife when you really want to say no, walking on eggshells in your own home and changing your plans because you're afraid of her reaction, you're cowering. And cowering to your woman is the fastest way to kill her attraction, destroy your self respect, and end your marriage. I'm going to show you exactly what cowering looks like, why it's destroying your marriage, and how to stop doing it starting today. Okay. You're a high earning guy, an engineer, an entrepreneur, an executive. You provide everything. You work your ass off. You've built a good life for you and your family. But at home, you're paralyzed. You want to go to the gym, hang out with your friends, make a decision, but you stop yourself because you're afraid of how she will react, she being your wife. You're afraid that she's going to blow a fuse, withhold sex, become dismissive, or make your life a living hell. So instead, you do nothing. You say yes when you mean no, and you wonder why she doesn't respect you anymore. Hmm. My name is AD the Kingmaker, and I help entrepreneurs, executives, and engineers save their marriage, stop their wives' bad behavior, and get their wives desiring them again without begging, without therapy, and without losing themselves in the process. I'll show you how to get her jumping out her drawers the same way she did during the honeymoon phase. If that's something you're interested in, then subscribe to my page for more content like this. Let me paint the picture for you, man. Cowering looks like you saying yes to her when you really want to say no. It looks like saying no to yourself, to the gym, to hanging out with friends, to the hobbies you enjoy because you fear her emotional response. You sit in this place of fear and paralysis, hoping that if you just keep the peace, she won't blow up. You're hoping she doesn't withhold sex. You're hoping she doesn't become demeaning, dismissive, or hostile in a way that you don't know how to handle. So you sacrifice what you want. You walk on eggshells. You shrink yourself. And you tell yourself it's called being a good husband. But that's bullshit. Here's what cowering actually does to your marriage. First, it causes you to lose self respect. Every time you say yes, when you really mean no, you lose a piece of yourself. Second, it causes her to feel unsafe. Women need a man who is certain, who is unmovable, who knows what he wants and goes after it. When you cower, she loses that anchor. Third, sex goes away completely. She can't desire a man she doesn't respect, and she can't respect a man who's afraid of her. And in the extreme case, it ends in her cheating because she'll find a man who isn't afraid of her, even if that man has nothing else to offer. This is the cost of cowering, and most men don't even realize they're doing it. But AD, aren't I supposed to be considerate of her feelings? Being considerate is not the issue. Being considerate without addressing your own needs is. The need to hang out with friends, even if she'd rather you stay home. The need for sexual validation, even when she has a headache or isn't in the mood. You can care about her feelings without being controlled by them. But AD, isn't marriage about compromise? No one said don't care about her feelings. I'm saying don't cower to them. Handle them effectively. Then proceed to do whatever the fuck it is that you want to do anyway. Don't stop your plan of action because of her feelings. Handle them, then move along. But AD, if I do whatever I want, won't that make me a selfish asshole? Listen up, my guy. Selfishness is a virtue. It is a great thing. You've been tricked into thinking selfishness is bad when it's not. Women respond well to selfish men. They complain about them. They call them assholes and narcissistic, but they're focused on them. They aren't complaining about or even noticing the men who are groveling at their feet trying to be selfless. Those men get used, abused, and overlooked. That's kind of the position you're in and why you're probably watching this fucking video. Let's be honest, okay? But AD, won't being selfish push her away even more? No, that is fear-based thinking. It'll actually make her more attracted to you. It may even reignite the honeymoon phase, okay? A woman wants a man who knows what he wants and goes after it, not a man who needs her permission to live his life. By the way, you weren't needing her permission to live your life before you met her, but all of a sudden she's here and you need her permission and you're afraid to lose her, and now she's not fucking you. I wonder why. But AD, if she gets really upset, won't that make things worse? That's exactly why you need to learn how to handle her feelings effectively. You're not ignoring her. You're not being cruel. You're giving her what she actually needs. A man who can handle her chaos without being moved by it. But AD, aren't I supposed to pick my battles? Picking your battles is code for I'm afraid to stand up for myself. Every time you pick a battle and choose to back down, you lose respect. The battle you need to pick is the one for your own self respect. Okay. And if you do this enough times, eventually they stop happening. Okay. Just like a bully who will be less likely to bully you the moment you decide to stand up for yourself. He now realizes that guy's not an easy target anymore. Let me leave him the fuck on and bully someone else. This is kind of the dynamic that you've created within your marriage. Now, let's talk about how to handle her effectively. So, what does handling her feelings effectively actually look like? I'm glad you asked. Let me give you my 4-step process that I've termed grabbing your nuts. And nuts is an acronym. N stands for never, ever, 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 ever argue with your woman. Don't defend yourself. Don't explain yourself. Don't get into a debate about why you're doing what you're doing. If you desire to let her know why you're doing, great. And if you desire not to let her know, that's great too. Okay. You is understand that she needs chaos. Okay. They need something at every moment to be upset about. This does not mean that they're going to be upset at every moment, but they need something for when they do get upset to point that upsetness at. Understand this. We do not do happy wife, happy life. We let her be upset. That's her God-given right to feel that way. Okay. Now, T is tactics or theatrics, or it might even stand for trap card. You know, if you're a millennial and you used to watch the Yu-Gi-Oh show. This is what you do when you're overwhelmed by an emotion that she's brought to you. You're caught off guard and you don't know what else to do. Consider this like your stop, drop, and roll. Like this is what you do when you don't know what the fuck else to do, and it works every time. You drop your tone of voice to a soft, low, empathetic one, and you say, "Aw, poor baby." You hug her, you kiss her on the forehead, and that's it. Okay. This is how you effectively handle the woman's emotions. I know it sounds simple, sounds too simple, too good to be true. It's just because you've been overcomplicating shit. Okay. And then S is set the expectation. Tell her what to do next. You can say, "Hey, love, I can tell this is really difficult for you. Okay. What I want you to do is go sit down somewhere, go relax. When I get back later on tonight, we'll cuddle, we'll snuggle. I'll let you lay on my chest and you can tell me all about it." Okay. That's what you do. That's the 4-step system. That is what handling her emotions effectively looks like. Okay. She might be upset in the moment, but later she'll respect you more for it. I promise you. Here's what happens when you stop cowering. She stops testing you as much because you've proven you're unmovable. She starts initiating sex again because she respects you. She feels safer because you're no longer reactive to her emotions. You are the anchor. And you stop feeling like a hostage in your own home. You get your self respect back, you get your peace back, and you get your woman back. Okay. But if you keep cowering, here's what happens. You lose more of yourself every single day. She loses more and more and more respect for you. The bedroom stays dead, and eventually she either leaves or she stays and resents you for the rest of your life. Is that really the future you want? I don't think it is. Okay. So, the call to action. If you're an entrepreneur, an executive, or an engineer, and you're tired of the threat of divorce looming over your head, or you're just tired of dealing with a bad behavior from your wife, and you want to learn how to turn it all around and get her jumping out her drawers the way she did during the honeymoon phase, I've built a complete blueprint that shows you exactly how to stop cowering, set boundaries without being cruel, and make your wife respect you again. Okay. How to handle her emotions like a man. This is the same system that I use in my own marriage. Okay. The same system that clients use to reclaim their self-respect and turn their marriages around. Click the link in the description below to get access to my blueprints. If you're watching this and you're on Instagram, send me a DM with the word "fix it" and I'll send you the link directly. Stop cowering, start leading, and watch what happens. Till next time, I've been your host, AD the Kingmaker. Peace.